There is no such thing as starting from square one. Remember, you are starting over with more knowledge, power, and strength than you had before. Surprise, beautiful, sexy people. Yes, we are back for one more vlog. Just because. What's one more? I have my reasons, and I will get into it. But yeah, tricked ya, because I definitely knew I was gonna make this extra vlog for a little while now. Like, I already knew. So yesterday when I was like, oh my god, it's the last one, I'm so sad. It was all a fake. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we're back for one more, and this will be truly the last one. But let's talk about why I decided to do it. At the beginning of this journey, on day one, I said that I was going to basically be uploading 6 days a week. I was going to take Sundays off from vlogging, which meant I wasn't going to upload on Mondays. I stuck to that rule once. So day 7 is not, there's no video for day 7. And every single other Sunday I vlogged, I uploaded on Mondays, and I'm just missing one. So in my little collection or playlist of self-love and healthy habits challenge videos, there are technically 29 uploads, not 30. So this is number 30 right here. And yeah, anyways, guys, like I said in the last video, still appreciate you. And I had a fantastic day. I just, again, did the same thing that I did yesterday, where I didn't have enough time to freaking lesson plan. It's not even that I needed to lesson plan. It's finding my old documents on my computer and printing them out. And my printer's like, we ain't got no more ink, but yet everything was printing just fine. But it was just being super slow. And so it was a whole bunch of stuff going on, a whole plan. Like, I basically was coming up with a different way to do what I wanted to do. So I was creating new documents, trying to print it out. And I realized that I realized at about 12:40 that I needed to start getting ready. I hadn't taken a shower, and I needed to be in the cab driving to work by 1:05. No, sorry, not driving to work, but driving to the train by 1:05. so that I would be on time for the train and therefore on time for work. Well, that didn't happen. It was a pretty good day, to be completely honest, except for the fact that, as previously mentioned, I was rushing to catch the Long Island Railroad, and the train was like about a minute early, and I was like, why? So I didn't catch my train, so I had to have my driver take me to a different station, catch a different train at a different time, and if I timed it just right, I could have just made it within like about 10 minutes. You know, like I would have been 10 minutes late, which is not too crazy. So that's exactly what ended up happening. But on my journey to work, there is a lot of walking because I have to take the Long Island Railroad, then I have to get on the subway for a couple stops, and then I have to walk forever in a day to get to the actual school. So the walk from the Long Island Railroad to the subway is at least 10 minutes at my normal pace is at least 10 minutes. And I was booking it from the minute I got off the train. I was booking it. So I booked it to the subway, and I booked it once I got off of the subway. I mean, when I say booked it, I'm running up steps and everything. And while I've had some cardio workouts throughout this journey, I've mostly just walked. I've chosen to do the 1 hour walk versus the 20-minute cardio 90% of the time. So I'm not like, you know, like my stamina is not really there like that, but it is. Let's talk about why. So, right, I get off the train, I'm running up the steps, I'm booking it, speed walking for what, 2 blocks and 3 long avenues. Sorry, 3.5 long avenues. I just stopped and get Dunkin' Donuts because I was like, there's no reason for me to also be late and pass out once I get there because I have no food. Like, I didn't eat anything in my house. So when I ate at 3 o'clock, that was the very first thing I ate for the whole day. So all this running and speed walking and all this stuff was in a fasted state. So burned a lot of freaking calories there. So that was such a freaking plus. Like, I wasn't even mad about it. And I think the thing that really impressed me the most about what happened today is when I first started last year and had to do all this walking, had to get used to this trip of doing all this walking to get to the school, I would arrive, and I think this was like for at least the first month before I started to slow down my pace so that this wouldn't happen. But I was getting into the building drenched in sweat. Like, I felt like I needed a second t-shirt because I would have sweat all over my back, and I never brought extra clothes, so I would just be sweaty. Yeah, so I would be drenched in freaking sweat last year versus now. I guess my body's used to the walk, but I never also book it this fast ever. Like, I take my time. It usually takes me about 15 minutes from the subway to get to the classroom or to the school. 15-20 minutes, you know, depending on if I'm making stops and stuff like that. So I booked it. I don't know how fast I got there. I feel like it was like 10. It was like a good 10 minutes. So I cut my time by 5 minutes for sure. And my food was ready to go in Dunkin' Donuts. So I was in and out of there in like 30 seconds. It didn't take no time at all. Yeah. Basically, by the time the light changed and I could cross the street, I had already gotten my food and was back towards getting to the school. So I was about 7 to 10 minutes late, something like that, which is not terrible. But my whole thing was that I arrived relatively dry. I had a little bit of perspirations around the face and neck area, but my shirt was dry and I was fine, you know, for the most part. Like, I did have to catch my breath, but I wasn't like dying and profusely sweating like I had been last year. So I was like super proud of myself because I had to do it. I didn't have a choice, but the outcome let me know that my stamina is building. I was really excited about that. Then I had 2. So wait, was that a non-scale victory? I'm gonna count that as a non-scale victory. So I also had another non-scale victory. Well, and I'm gonna count it as this because the lady who was my TA last year, she was working with me again today. They like to mix it up, and I'm over here like, okay, that's fine, but I need to know who's really gonna be with me all the time. But she was back in my classroom for today, and I was super happy and super excited. We got to catch up and everything, and she told me she thought I lost weight, and I was just like, really? I mean, I don't know. Last I checked, it was only about 2 point something pounds, almost 3 pounds, and I'm like, you can't really see 3 pounds, so we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. And interestingly enough, my mom said the same thing today. So I was like, maybe I'm not seeing it, but other people seem to be seeing it. So we'll see. I don't know. I have literally no clue what the scale is going to say, especially in the last few days where, you know, I've been not doing the right thing in terms of healthy habits and healthy eating and stuff like that. I mean, even today, I had Dunkin' Donuts. I tried to do better. I got a matcha. I got a matcha with 1 pump of vanilla because that's all it needs. It didn't need. Like yesterday when I got coffee, for whatever reason, I got 2 pumps of vanilla, even though I could just drink it without anything. And it was too sweet. I drank about half and I was like, I was done. It was way too sweet for me. So I got a large with just 1 pump, and that was perfect. And I also didn't drink the whole thing. It was a large, so I probably drank about 3/4 of it. And I had my little egg sandwich, and then I came home and I had sushi. I celebrated with sushi. And sushi, I don't know, I really thought it was going to be filling. Like, I thought it was going to be full off of some California rolls and a spicy tuna roll and some chicken dumplings. But I was satisfied. I was nowhere near full. I was like, I could definitely eat some more. So that was my day. That's what happened. And I was really, really excited and happy to share that with you guys. And I was going to end it here, but I have some fortune cookies from my sushi meal, which I didn't realize until just now that there was some in the bag, because there was like an extra bag with like extra stuff, utensils, more chopsticks. And I didn't even really pay attention to it, but the fortune cookie was in there. So I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and read this fortune cookie on camera. And if it's bad, I will edit it out. All right. So this is the first one. I have 2 of them. And it says, fortune not found. Abort. Retry again. Ignore. What? Yo, literally. I've never had that happen. Oh my goodness, can y'all see that? It says fortune not found. Retry again. Abort. Like, what in the world? That's hilarious. Alrighty. See, the actual cookie for when I turn off the camera. But I have another one, so it said abort. Try again. So we're gonna try again. I find it funny that I actually picked them up in the correct order for this to work, for it to be right. Alrighty. Next fortune. If it says the same thing, I'm about to sue them. Like, what's up with that, yo? Alright, this one. Fortune. Your greatest purpose is to live a life of purpose. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to go ahead and end that right there with that. Did I drink enough water? Did I write my letter? I really wasn't. I wasn't trying to do all that today. I did pretty good with water. I just didn't calculate how much I drank exactly. I would say I drank 32 ounces and I'm thirsty right now, so I'm definitely going to drink some more. And it is 11:11, so make a wish. Anyways, guys, this is a long little rant. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but c'est la vie. I'm just having fun right now. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for supporting me throughout this whole journey. Stay tuned for that recap or reflection, whatever we want to call it. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.